Hey Stephanie, how you doing? Hey Lisa. I'm in Billings, Montana. I'll be checking into my hotel for about 45 minutes. I think I'll stay 2 days, just kind of rest up a little bit. Go to this Barnes and Noble. Take Daisy running around. Hey, how you doing? Hey Ellie. Hey Dolly. Beautiful day here. It's like 74, low humidity. You know, it's dry out here and there's no clouds in the sky hardly. Just a fantastic weather. Hey Laura, how you doing? Hey Shannon. Daisy is enjoying Montana. You like Billings, hon? You like Billings, hon? Oh yeah, girl. Good girl, hon. Oh yeah. Yeah, out here that's just kind of the way it goes, you know. On a good day, you know, on these kind of trips, 700. On a slow day like today, probably 300. But I got everything. I've realized that I don't know whether it's getting older or what, but I'm not all that in on these national parks. They're just not really for me. I mean, I went to them a lot years ago, and now it's just changed. They all look like new yuppie places. They're super packed. They're really stepping up law enforcement. I was talking to a guy in Yellowstone today, and he was telling me that they're writing tickets left and right. I saw rangers sitting all over the place, busting people for speeding. He said that probably had something to do with that ticket. I wouldn't have been doing that if I thought it was illegal. And by the way, it wasn't distracted driving. The traffic was going about 10 miles an hour, was bumper to bumper. I mean, big deal. I mean, it's not like I was weaving in and out of traffic, you know? And you can tell, like Yellowstone, I didn't notice it in Glacier that much, but things are like falling apart. You go down around those geysers and hot pools and stuff, all the railings broken down. I mean, basically, all sorts of places you could step right off the cliff. Oh, good, good for her. Daisy said, I want out of that van. Yeah, hon. You want out of that van? Grass, hon, not sand and rocks. Yeah, but nobody drives. There's cops. That's cops don't drive with two hands. They're using the microphone. They're running plates. I mean, I don't think that's the law either. I don't think so. It may be a state law someplace, but I mean, there's all sorts of people using GPSs, switching radio stations, whatever. Yeah, she is. It may be in a driver ed book in your state, but I guarantee you that's not a U.S. law. And it may be a good idea, but I don't think it's a law. It's probably a good idea, but I don't think it's a law. Not in every state. No, I don't buy it. How do cops run license plates in and fool around with their radar if you're supposed to have two hands on the wheel when they're moving? They do it all the time. Yeah, they've basically turned into big tourist traps. And you're allowed to drive if you've only got one arm. So, what's the answer to that? Yeah, he might have a point on that. Hey Brian, how you doing? I mean, you're supposed to not drink a coffee then while you're driving? Not to be on a cell. How come it's legal to be on a cell phone if you have supposed to have two hands on the wheel? Not every state's hand-free driving. Michigan isn't. You can talk on a cell phone all day long. Georgia, you can't. Hey Boom Elbow, how you doing? Hey Cinderella, how you doing? Yeah, last night I got lucky. I dinked around. I went through Butte, and I just didn't see a place. I try and always get a place where it's like easy access to let her out, and hopefully walking distance to a restaurant. And I just was tired yesterday and drove through there and didn't really see any place. Man, was that a mistake? They got you in West Yellowstone. You're a million miles from anything. They were getting 450, 550 a night for hotel rooms. I ended up finding a dump as I was leaving town, thinking I'm just going to end up driving till 2 in the morning again for $90, and I was grateful to get it. Yeah, I know in Georgia's strict about that. Yeah. Now, it's a state law that you can't text in Montana, but evidently it's a federal law in this recording bullshit in the national park. Believe me, if I'd have known that, he wouldn't have seen me, I'll tell you that, because I wasn't being discreet. I saw a million people doing it. He told me the day before he'd written 3 people on motorcycles doing it with their cell phones. No, I haven't seen. When I came out here, Polston or something with a P, there was about 80 miles of smoke you could see in the air that was blowing up from the south. It was about a 25 knot stiff wind. I'm not really sure where the fires were. Now, the northeast corner of Yellowstone's closed. Actually, I had planned to go in. I went in the west entrance today, and I planned to cut across and go out through Red Lodge and Beartooth Pass, but it's closed because of snow. Now, I'm not that far from it now. If it's open tomorrow, Beartooth Pass is fascinating. I may backtrack. I may not. I have to play it by ear. Oh, come on, Bonnie. Yeah, having a good time. I'm looking forward to checking in early. It sucks when last night I checked in late. Believe it or not, the Wi-Fi worked pretty good, and I take a lot of photos and a lot of video all day long, and I'm able to put that on a mini external hard drive, and then I can start fresh every day with clean SD cards. I'm behind the Barnes and Noble now. I'm going to go in. I want to check out one book on Montana. I'll tell you, Montana is fantastic. I went through Livingston today, and then I was in Yellowstone Park, and then I made my way north out of the park to Livingston, and then I cut straight east on the expressway about 105 miles. If you look, there's certain parts of Montana where you're really kind of screwed if you're going to go east-west. So if you look on there, 212, which is actually the same highway that runs through Red Lodge, depending on how tomorrow is, I'm going to take that and slowly make my way to Rapid City. And I'm going to try to get some interviews around here if I can. It really hasn't, I've been on the road so much, I haven't ended up in places where I have access for that. The Daisy cam. Daisy said, I am out of that van. That's what counts. Yeah, girl, huh? Wow. Feeling good, huh? You out of that van, huh? Good girl, honey. Good girl. Good girl, hon. Get out of that van, huh? I doubt it. You get out of that van, huh? Wow. She wanted to play last night. I was too damn tired. I did play with her for about 5 minutes. I was hooking up my cables on my laptop. She did that soft bite on my hand. Then she wants to run around like a nut. Good girl, hon. Yeah, she's such a great dog. She's no problem at all. Does whatever you tell her to. Voice command, no problem. I did get some good video of a buffalo this morning. It's about 20 feet from it, which is rare out there. And I saw some elk, but it was traffic. I mean, you'd think you were in a busy city in these national parks lately. Nobody can quite figure it out either. Because they thought after Labor Day, traditionally it's dead. But, whether kids are logging into their computer at a hotel room or what, but these two parks were very busy. Yellowstone wasn't as bad as Glacier, but it was still busy as hell. There was a line to get in there, and I was there when they opened. Temperature 74. Really beautiful, super dry. Just great, man. This just looks like, now Billings is actually developed and it would look like a nice city in any state. They got a Barnes and Noble, nice restaurants, a Walmart right down the street. But these other towns don't have that kind of stuff. If you look at the population, they're very small. Yeah, there's buffalo running around out there, yep. Yeah. This one was standing right next to the side of the road and maybe about 10 feet from a tour bus. These people must have been freaking out just staring at him while he was eating. Yeah, they got it. There's a lot of them out there. I mean, that park is so huge. You can get in from the east, the west, the north, and the south, and I like it and everything, but I just can't get that enthused about driving 80 miles to see a geyser. Even Old Faithful. I mean, to me, you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. And those mountains aren't striking and beautiful like they are in Glacier. I was there pretty early, so they were just steaming like hell. It looked super cool coming off the water. The rivers out here are fantastic. I mean, it's just like you'd see in like a Field and Stream magazine. Crystal blue, people trout fishing, just, a little bit of rapids, maybe a foot deep, fish all over the place. Oh, is it 65? Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. You feeling good, hon? You feeling good, hon? She sits on my leg most of the time. Oh, wow. Yeah, she is happy. So I got a lot of good video. Now, honestly, believe it or not, even though I headed way out there and I wanted to see it and it was cool, my real love is the Dakotas, Nebraska. I really love these Great Plains states, South Dakota particularly. I did have a good time in North Dakota, but this is where, to me, honestly, is my trip is just starting. Is today Wednesday or Thursday? I'm not really sure what Daisy is. Thursday, okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I'll back through Beartooth Pass or not. But that was closed this morning. It's been closed. This will be the third day it's closed, and it's getting warm in the daytime, so who knows how much snow they got. Ready to go bye-byes? There's these grasshoppers all over here. Old Astrovan kicking ass. They say before you go into those mountainous regions, make sure you have a up-to-date braking system. I've got an Astrovan, for God's sakes. You stay there, hon. Dad, be right back, okay? This reminds me of Arizona right now, that dry feeling. I was going to look at a book on Montana. I wanted to find something about Glacier National Park there. Let me set this phone down for a second. No, I think if I had to guess, I think I've done probably 2,700 or so. I'd say about 2,700. Which really isn't that bad. The nice thing is you can really haul ass out here.
Okay. Save us $20. There you go.
This is a huge Barnes & Noble. I haven't really got any good food in Alaska. I didn't even eat yesterday. I ate some Cheetos. You know, you're trying to get places, and you just, before you know it, the whole day is gone. And there's no place open. I was talking to a guy on my way down to Butte. He was telling me people from California and Washington are buying like tons of property sight unseen just to get out of there in the high property values. This is kind of a weird Barnes & Noble. I never really saw this design before. Sure, it seems like they have a lot of wasted space here. The regional section.
It's gonna be way back here.
Is it back there on the left? Back there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll find it.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me know if you get lost.
All right. I sure as hell don't see it. No, they're doing well. I mean, I shouldn't say well. They're doing better. Oh, here it is, local industry. like these little books. Hey Shandell, how you doing? All right. Hey Russian chick, how's it going? I think I'm gonna go check into my hotel room, take a little nap. I only slept about 5 hours last night. Don't feel like doing anything. That's what sucks on a crappy night of sleep. You start skipping stuff you'd normally enjoy doing because you're tired. They just extended for hours to 8 p.m. It's not hot out, but I don't have the ideal parking spot for Daisy either. I'll definitely hook up my camera tonight. Yeah, she's in the windshield, so it's not very hot. You in the windshield guarding the van, hon? That a girl. You guarding the van? You guarding the van for Dad? That's my girl. Good, Miss Daisy D. How you doing? How you feeling? Yeah, believe me, I'm tired all the time. Don't get jealous. If you were out here and you were going between parks and stuff like that, you'd have the energy. Hey, Daisy girl, what you doing, hon? We're gonna get moving, hon. We're gonna get moving, hon. We're gonna get moving, don't you worry. There's my Daisy. Go on, hon, get up there. Go ahead. And get up in the seat. You up there, honey? I gotta get an oil change too. I'd like a Barnes & Noble, an oil change place in the hotel, all to be in one spot. Oh, no kidding. I gotta post that for you. It's so far behind in my emails, I couldn't even find it the other night. Cinderella. Oh yeah, tons of mountains. Yep, all over the place. You alright, hon? Getting hot back there for you? Well, I'm gonna sign out of here, and I'll sign back on when I get set up my hotel tonight, for sure. I'm gonna stay a couple days just so I can like catch up, do a couple lives and that kind of thing. So you guys have a good evening. You know, I'm 2 hours earlier, when that kind of changes things too. Like last night before I got checked in and everything, I was out of time. You guys had already been in bed. Yeah, I got her, Daisy, I got her McDonald's hamburgers. Just the patty. All right, I'll see you a little later.